your ass. I got your attention now. So let me introduce myself. My name is Tony Flowers. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I'm about to tell y'all a cool ass story. On July 7, 2011, I wrecked my bike and I was in a coma. That was the beginning of my self-development, my bettering myself, becoming a better man, better person. But let me tell you what happened. I'm gonna start how that day started for me. It was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and my pop was knocking on my door. I live with my pop, man. He got a big ass house, so I just say fuck it, I'm gonna take the basement, whatever. So, motherfuckers knocking on my door at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, yo, what's up? He was like, fuck, man, I've been waiting for you to wake up all day. I need you to fix the internet, man. I gotta check some shit on the online or whatever. So I go to the 3rd floor, and I go up there and I unplug the router and plug it back in. And I tell him, I was like, yo, just in case I'm not here, next time all you gotta do is unplug this shit, wait 20 seconds and plug it back in. It'll work, you're good. So he's like, all right. He says, what you gonna do? I said, man, I gotta go work on my truck, man. It's acting up. I was a car hauler. Anyways. So I go on my truck and I'm taking off the alternator. And I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, fuck, I need a special tool. So I called up one of my customers and I was like, yo, Dick, what's good? He was like, what's going on, Tiger? That was the name of my company, Tiger Towing. I was like, yo, I need this tool. He was like, come on through, Tiger. That's what they used to call me, Tiger. Get on the Tiger. What's up, Tiger? Anyways. So I show up. I give him the part. He looks at it. He's like, yeah, I got the tool. Let's go to the back. We go to the back, and I see my motorcycle there. It's all fucked up, scratched up. 2 weeks prior to this motherfucker wrecks my bike. But anyways, that's another story I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna tell you about that shit. It's a cool motherfucking story. You're gonna laugh your ass off. I grabbed my shit. Before I leave, I was like, hey, Dick, man, it's summertime's here, man. We gonna paint my shit. He was like, I got you, Tiger, I got you. I was like, man, whatever. So I go back to my truck. And I'm working on the bitch. I'm putting the bitch in. And then my friend calls me up. His name was Cesario. He was like, yo, what's up? I said, what's up, man? What you doing? He was like, let's go to Hooters. I said, man, we go to Hooters, man. So I call up my other friend, Salvi. He says he'll be out there. Then I call out my friend Ron. I was like, yo, let's go to Hooters. He was like, I can't. I gotta do some things. And in my mind, I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't got no job. You ain't going to school. He was talking to this girl, yo. He didn't want to tell me because he knew I was gonna clown his ass. I would have been like, motherfucker, you been talking to her for how long? You still ain't hit that shit? anyways. I mean, they're married now, but he, I talk a lot of shit, so he didn't want to tell me. Me telling you this story, kind of embarrassing because I got this new mentor. His name is Wes Watson. Big cool motherfucker. I consider him a friend. I fuck with you. But he talks about shit like, oh, you and your buddies gonna go to the bar and play grab ass and talk about stories that y'all never did or you're never gonna do. I think about it now, I'm like, he's right, a little embarrassed, but at the time it was cool as shit, At the time, fuck it, I'm hanging out with the homies and shit. So I go home, take a shower, get all perfumed up and shit, you know what I'm saying? Fresh, dressed like $1 million. Even though at the time I was weighing 285 pounds. I jump on Ron's bike. Ron used to keep his bike in my house because 2 years before that, his brother passed away from a motorcycle accident. He didn't want his mom to know. So I grabbed that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Going through the back rows and shit, dumping the motherfucker, picking it up. That's how I used to ride. I used to ride like an asshole. So I get to the Hooters, and Salvi and Cesario there. The girl comes up to me, she was like, "What you gonna want to drink, Tony?" We used to go there a lot. And I was like, nah, let me get the menu. Plus they had a picture of Heineken, and that the Heineken hit different. Woo! The Heineken hit different. But anyways, I wasn't drinking, I just wanted to eat. Cause the plan was we was gonna go to my uncle's bar in Arlington. Cool motherfucker, he's cool as shit. I used to go there all the time and get fucked up for free. He wouldn't charge me, so I would stay there fucked up 5-6 days a week. Another bad habit, another little embarrassing bullshit. But anyways, so we leave. I get on the bike, you know, fat boy trying to show off and shit. Like, oh, look at me, look at my cool motorcycle, making all types of noise, wow, 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 whatever. I come out, I run the light on yellow. The motherfucker cop his lights on me and shit. I said, fuck it, I'm out, I'm booked that bitch. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Cause of the fucking hit, I lost bits and pieces of that day. So they tell me shit, you know what I'm saying, to bring it back to me or whatever. But I know how I ride. So I'm dumping that bitch at least $120 coming down, trying to get to the freeway, because as soon as I get to the freeway, I'm doing a 160, 180. You ain't catching me. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not glorifying this shit. It's just a bad habit. You from Northern Virginia, DMV area, that's what we do, because there's a no chase policy. But I know a couple of people that lost their lives. Shit, I almost lost my life. So I don't condone it. Don't do that shit. It ain't worth it. Whatever. So this motherfucker, he ain't gonna get me. He ain't catching me, y'all. I'm dumping that bitch. What got my ass was the motherfucking radio. By the time I get to the exit, cops and shit are pulling out the motherfucking gasoline station, the Exxon and shit. They get the ramp closed off. Yo, but I'm still coming through that shit. Yo, the exit was wide as fuck. It was just wide open. I mean, I could take that motherfucker 100 miles an hour in my truck. But they had that bitch blocked off. So I'm coming off that bitch. Yo, they easy me in. They made me hit the fucking guardrail. So I crashed into the guardrail, fly like 15 feet up in the air, whatever. And then the homeboy, Cesario, 5 minutes later, he's coming off the exit and he sees my bike. And he tells Salvi, he's like, oh shit, that's Tony. So they go off the next exit and they come back around. He gets out the car, he goes up to the cop. And he tells the cop, hey, I think that's my friend. The cop was like, what's his name? He was like, Tony Flowers. He said the cop pulled out my ID from his pocket. I guess he must have grabbed it or whatever. He was like, yeah, that's him. While he's doing that, he says that he sees them pulling me out the ditch in a stretcher. I'm all fucked up or whatever. So the cop says that we gotta take him to the hospital. They load me up in the ambulance, take me to a helicopter, whatever. But anyways, so he calls my father. My father was at the other restaurant, the other bar. But my family got a couple of bars and shit. That's what we do. Anyways, he's a crazy shit. My pop never picks up the phone from the restaurant. He never takes the phone calls. But that night, a girl picks up the phone. And she walks up to the office and gives my dad the phone. So Cesario tells him, yo, Tony just wrecked his bike. They take him to Inova. Inova is like a high-end hospital, you know what I'm saying, where the celebrities go out, you know what I'm saying? I guess they already knew. No, I'm fucking with you. So my father, he gets to the hospital, and he's waiting for me. And he tells me that he sees a chopper come down, and then he sees them unloading me from the chopper. On the helicopter ride, they said I checked out, but they brought me back with the paddles or whatever. But he said when they're bringing me in the hospital and shit, I'm going to convulsions and shit. That right there fucks me up, because I got 2 boys, so I can only imagine what he went through, because I don't even want to ever imagine see if my kids go through that shit. Go through that bullshit. Just because I want to go fuck around, like the homie said, go play grab ass. But anyways. So he tells the doctor, hey look, I'm gonna be back, I'm gonna go get my wife. Doctor says, hey, if you leave, he might not be here by the time you return. So he calls on my sister. So now my sister and my mom are racing down to the hospital. And my sister was telling me that my mom was just ice cold. She was just quiet. The whole ride just ice cold. But my mom was like a hard Salvadorian lady, yo. She used to beat the fuck out of me. Maybe I deserved it, maybe I didn't. But she's just one of those, you know what I mean? Just beating the shit at you, anyways. So they get to the hospital, whatever. My wife was in California at the time. She's from East LA, and she was visiting some family. That night, she said that my son couldn't sleep. He was a baby at the time. He was like 4 or 5. He was a baby, and she was like, "Go to sleep, baby. Go to sleep. Why you can't sleep?" And my son was saying, "Something happened to Daddy. Something happened to Daddy." She was like, he's okay, go to sleep. But the phone rings. So she gets up and goes to the living room. And she sees her grandma. She tells her grandma, "Grandma, give me the phone." And she was like, "No, it's not for you." And she was like, "Yes, it is, it's for me." I guess she had a hunch. She felt it or something. She grabs the phone, and my mom tells her, "Hey, Tony was in an accident. He might not make it. So get over here." That right there, now I feel more like shit because I put her in a fucked up situation. Now she got to sit there and pack, cut her vacation off, race to the motherfucking airport. They don't have no tickets, but I guess she told the receptionist or whatever. They put her on standby. They find her 3 tickets to get on the plane. But the seats are not together. Well, some good people heard the story or whatever, so they give up their seats so my wife and my babies could sit together. Because they said at the time my kids were little kids. They were like, they were babies, man. They were whatever. They were toddlers. She gets to Virginia, and the homeboys pick her up, you know what I'm saying? Ron and Aunt take her to the hospital. She goes inside the room or whatever. She comes back and Aunt was like, "How's Tony doing?" And she starts to tear up and shit. They say I was in fucked up shape. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I was somewhere else. But I mean, I feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the wreck to me, that wasn't even the hardest part. That wasn't shit. Coming out that motherfucker was a bitch, but I'll get to that shit later. But I just feel bad for what I put the family through. They call up my grandma. My grandma's at church. My grandma's always at church. She's the reason why I made this shit. But anyways, we'll get to that. But that was the beginning of my journey of my self-development, just getting better, man. I mean, I'm a better person, 10 times better than I was 10 years ago. I killed them fucking habits because I had no fucking choice. I mean, I still love them, I still like it, but right now I'm holding myself. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to this motherfucking story. Next time you guys jump on this shit, you know what I'm saying? Get some popcorn ready, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up and I'm gonna tell you about the different coaches and shit that like changed my life and made me become better. Because who knows where the fuck I would have been at if it wasn't for these people. And I'm gonna call it out because they called me out some shit, you know what I'm saying? But either or, man, next time. Coming soon. Bring some popcorn.